What's up, guys? So we got some really sad news for Archeage Unchained today. There was a notice of the closure of Archeage Unchained. This is going to be a merge plan notice. So this is on the official website for Archeage Unchained. This has no effect on Arc World. We've talked to the developers or the moderators of Arc World, and Arc World is doing just fine. There was some reports about a month ago that Archeage was underperforming in certain regions and that there was some restructuring going on within XL Games and Cacao Games that would end some services. Now we know exactly what that report means. They are actually merging all of the Archeage and Archeage Unchained America servers, Europe servers also, together. So this right here shows you in a nutshell what's happening. In Archeage, there is 3 European servers and 3 North America servers. Well, those are all getting condensed together, merged into one new Europe server and one new North America server. But there's more. They're actually merging also the Archeage Unchained servers, the 3 of those as well, together. So essentially merging 6 servers into a brand new Europe and brand new North America server. They go into the full details about all of the merging situations, what's transferring over, what's not transferring over, the bonuses in patron time that you're going to get, and the changes and so forth. So if you are playing Archeage Unchained, you probably have heard this in game already, but if not, head over to this website and check this stuff out. Let's highlight some of the information that Cacao has said, in interviews and responding to the reports of layoffs and shutting down regions and stuff. So massively overpowered, got this from a source over in Asia. It said, is Korean media scooped up XL Games layoffs and restructuring? The management said that would mean eventually the end of Archeage both inside and outside of Korea. Supposedly each region was set to sunset when the publisher contract ended. Cacao and XL Games denied the report, and in part claiming that there were no plans to terminate service in NAEU or any other region, although it did reiterate that underperforming regions were set to be assessed for sunset worthiness. And so they go on to say, it now appears that the Western Unchained version didn't make the cut, as that is getting slashed and put into one. The team is probably losing some members there. So again, a very unfortunate thing, but it makes sense. Archeage is a game that has been around for almost 10 years now, and it is definitely in its heyday. They are getting ready for Archeage 2, which will be coming out tentatively next year as their scheduled release, as last we heard, but I highly doubt that. So my guess on Archeage 2 is around 2025, maybe 2026. Depends on how far the development goes on that. But yeah, so Archeage is definitely slimming down. They are going to one final server. And to me, this is just like final nail in the coffin, man. It sucks to see a game that you liked go down to next to nothing. And it's finally kind of true where they can say, like, oh, Archeage is the dead game. Well, there's only one server left. And at this point, it's pretty true that Archeage is a dead game. There's also the private server that popped up, Archeage Classic, but is having a lot of problems and issues. And their population is also declining rapidly as well. And it's just a core game problem with Archeage. Archeage was not simply fun enough to keep players. This is why they changed so many of the systems and the gameplay mechanics for Arc World, because Arc World is actually retaining players. They had to do something dramatic to retain these players because the player population, the churn of players, the people that left after a month or two of Archeage was like 90 to 95%. There was just tons and tons of people that left. We also see that again on Archeage Classic. It's been, almost a month over there, and they've dropped from having 10,000 players to saying around like 2,000 to 4,000 concurrent players. So obviously not all 10,000 players were on concurrently, but they did have a lot more players, and it is still declining. There's just stories and stories and people that are like, I don't like this. This is crappy. This is bad. Like the anger and the hate is coming out. The rage of the players that are playing Archeage Classic that are now feeling, shitted on. They're feeling like this wasn't what they were promised. The game isn't good. The game isn't fun. The game is full of cheats and bugs and hacks, etc. Like they're just throwing accusations all around because the game is simply not what they expected, which is exactly what I told people, that you're going to see that Archeage Classic is not going to be the be-all, end-all game that people thought it was. People have hyped it up too much. It is not going to be the holy grail, right? Like, there's a lot of flaws in Archeage. So, again, play whatever you like, but if Archeage Classic is for you, play it. If Archeage, official server is for you, play it. If Arcworld is for you, play it. Play whatever you like. We will all see each other again in Archeage 2, most likely, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.